Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play the 13th Age, our very special session 52.
Alright, it's our 52th
Alright.
anniversary.
52
If you
officially
listen
have
to
50
one,
teeth.
if you listen to one session a year, it would take you almost a lifetime. But if you listen to one session a week, it would take you all year. Hey,
There you go.
yeah.
But if you listen to one session a day, you would sadly run out of content before too long.
I'm going
Also,
as
like,
fast
what
as
else
I
do you
can.
do?
Yeah, you
the
should
next
probably not do
episode.
that. I advise against it.
I'm going as
Listen to
fast
one
as
an
I can.
hour, and you're gonna skip like a bunch of each.
But no matter how often, as long as you listen to the last one, you know we left off immediately after the party reached the town of Moteja, then climbed upon the legs of the Colossus, and Bella found the key to making it stand.
And also, we destroyed our evil doppelgangers.
Evil pop.
Well, we all have tests and trials, don't we? And now we rejoin slightly before we left off to cover something we skipped over a little bit.
Traveling back in time.
As the Colossus was standing, and before the actual end stinger, Merritt Kane, your guide, was telling you that in moments like this, in a perfect stillness of the Colossus's awakening, those who meditate on a single question are sure to find a true and honest answer. So, who had one? Let me look. Slots.
Hi.
Alright, did you have something you were going to seek the truth of?
Yeah, I had like the very first one of this whole dang party.
Alright.
Slots' was Should I Exist?
Slots doesn't know in what form the answer will come. When he opens his eyes and sees the end of it, he feels a little underwhelmed, like perhaps Kane was lying to him, and then he sticks his hands in his pockets and finds some scrap of paper he stuffed in there some long time before, a flyer or a advertisement or something. He can't even remember, but as he takes it out, the words have rearranged themselves from whatever they were to instead be a message. It says that his purpose has not yet revealed itself, but it will sometime soon. Slots is not an accident.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
I'm not telling you guys that. You
Scarlet, was there a question Scarlet had?
Yes, I did. I wanted to know if my family was truly in danger in the Red Waste.
As Scarlet closes all of her eyes, her
I only have two
All
eyes.
7.
yeah, that we know of.
Oh.
I only.
Her mind's eye, if you just,
Oh,
just
the magic
let me
eye.
do the
Oh.
her mind's eye sees a vision of Grandma Floor organizing protests, housing resistance, and even taking to the front lines. If there is rabble to be, if there is a rabble, she is rousing it. Now, whether that's dangerous, you're not entirely sure. But if your brother's suspicions hold true, yeah, that's probably a dangerous place for her to be. But knowing Grandma Floor, that's not going to dissuade her at all. Which might be all the more dangerous. Hey, family, what do you know?
Damn family.
Mint.
Family has a tendency to get in trouble.
Did Mint have a question?
It did have a question. Its question is, why don't I remember so much about my time on the moon?
Now, Mint, as a logical and analytic mind, and he uses this time to just think over what he knows, and he reaches a flash of insight. Even after the end of this, he won't be entirely sure whether this was simply how the Oracle worked, or his own analytical thoughts being brought to bear. But this flash of insight is that memories cannot be truly removed, only suppressed, there is a part of Mint that does not want him to know.
Hmm.
Rip. Did Rip have a question for the Oracle of the Colossus?
No, I'm good.
All right.
I got
If he
everything
does,
figured
he's
out.
not sharing with the class. That brings
Where
us
can I get more of these fish asses?
We already promised none of the questions would be about fish asses.
My favorite fish ass vendor opened and closed in an afternoon, and I don't know where I can get them.
All right, Bella. Does Bella have a question for the Oracle?
Bella does have a question. It's something that's been on her mind for a while now. Honestly, since she acquired Equinox Manor and kind of opened her eyes to more of the elven politics, but specifically the mystery that she uncovered when she was in. I paused trying to remember which dwarf city it was. Forge or Anvil?
Forge.
Forge. When she was in Forge. And she would like to know, what is the Elf Queen's agenda?
The Elf Queen. Now, the answer strikes Bella as remembering something told to her. This was actually from Tran's report back after impersonating Bella at that court celebration. You'll recall. And Tran just said offhand something about how it's the best interest of those in power to maintain their power. It's their natural inclination. And this is sort of the key that makes the dominoes fall into place in Bella's head. It's everything seems to fit together that those who wanted the three branches of the elven tree, so to speak, the three elven peoples to be united and cease their petty bickering with one another, those are the ones who've had these who've been suppressed. And
Unfortunate things happening to them.
Unfortunate
These
things
misfortunes.
happening to them. They are the ones who have befallen misfortunes, while many of those who succeed are instead those who are all too happy to keep the petty rivalries between the three elven peoples intact. It seems that the Elf Queen's means of maintaining her power is a divide and conquer thing. Yeah. It all makes sense now. Her giant strings and thumbtack conspiracy board.
She pulls out a marker and draws some lines and then circles one of the pictures, and that's the one.
That's
I
it.
don't know what that
That's
means,
it.
but that's it.
That's the motive. It all fits the pattern. It all fits. That brings us to Manuel.
Manuel has many questions. Manuel has had nothing but questions since he was brought into this world. Why him? What makes him different? Is he special? Does he have a divine purpose, or is he simply the result of an organic randomizer that resulted in a meaningless mutation? How about, why are the gnolls damned to live as feral mongrels, bandits, and thieves? Why is fate such a sick puppet master that pulls their wretched strings, making them do the twisted and sick tourbillon they call an existence? That's a dance, by the way. My very being is a tangled miasma of questions. How could I possibly encompass the existential crisis bubbling like so much French onion soup beneath the melty cheese topping that is my soul? So I put it to you as my question. What is this one question whose answer would put me at peace? By the way, that doubles as my level up story because Manuel has took a level in Drama Queen. He can increase the escalation die during battle because he's so overly dramatic.
That's fitting. But by the time this has all gone through Manuel's head, the moment has passed. It's too late.
It's fine. He knew he wouldn't
Poor Manuel.
He knew he wouldn't receive anything meaningful.
Okay, but speaking of too late, this is now where we rejoin the moment where we left off before. The great
Did
Colossus.
Wimbledon have a question?
Who?
What's that?
Wimbledon.
Oh.
Our good friend.
When's
Pet.
dinner?
Yeah, basically, Wimbledon goes off to hunt and starts eating some of the falcons and other birds that fly at this altitude. So it seems he either had no question or what's the best snack I can get around here. It's unclear.
Try the red-tailed falcon. They're delicious.
But yes, the Colossus is now standing with his arms reached heavenward, stretching after decades of sitting entirely still, which is when the city of Regulus lands in its palms. And now you see Dufour leaning over the edge.
Damn, we have really good eyesight.
Oh,
Jesus.
oh no.
Some
He's
of
going
you
to
are
be really
elves.
mad at me.
Some
Just-
of you are elves and also magic.
Enhance.
Spyglass
Dufour
comes out of
is
Swat's
waving,
eyes.
and you've got a feeling that now a lonely old elf is among a city of possible friends, and Regulus, though no longer floating in the sky, is in probably the most inaccessible place it could be.
I thought you were gonna say is in the best of hands.
Damn, no.
Well,
Nobody
I
said-
wish I had.
Nobody says that. Nobody said it.
If you do, we push you off the statue.
Bella says, "Huh, it looks like Regulus is in the best of hands."
I pop a
cracking up.
I pop a champagne cork and a party popper at the same time.
That is a happy ending right there. I
Oh man, is the
As
party
I call
popper here? That guy, he doesn't have much money, but he always has. He's rich in spirit.
That was good.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one.
Okay. So, with this one day saved, and I imagine Bella either scrawls that music on a piece of paper or makes a rubbing of it or some sort of recording.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. That's one more key down, and where do you go from here? I imagine climbing down might be a good first call.
Yeah, you guys can ride down. Bye.
What? No.
Oh, Wimbledon.
Oh, dang.
What?
But yeah, do you all just climb back down to Moteja, or
I could,
How about dimensional portal us back down? That'd be nice.
or I could use Featherfall on the whole party.
Bella just jumps, and then
one
halfway
way
she's
or
just
another,
gone.
y'all make it down?
We get to
is
the
the
bottom.
message I'm getting?
Yes.
Okay.
Bella just jumps, and then as she's going down, she kind of plays like a few notes, kind of like a bar of music, and the whole bar materializes as kind of a cloth, and she parachutes down.
That's super awesome. Super awesome. All right, as you
No.
all go
Jump
ahead.
in Featherfall.
Alrighty.
It's very elegant. My shirt looks like it's made of down or something
Cool.
like that.
Cool.
Well, I just need to get back to where I was before. I just need to do the exact same things, but in reverse. That's very simple. This is climbing is a
Walks
reversible
backwards
process.
down the side of the leg, punches his doppelganger in
Yep,
reverse.
do all the same fight moves, but in reverse.
Sucking
Clearly,
an energy
clearly.
beam
Yep,
into his
yep.
fist.
Yep.
All right.
How good are
As
you
you
at talking backwards, Mint?
Yep. What was it? It was a little bit.
so pretty decent.
Manuel, did you pack up your base camp?
No, I'll leave it there for the good of mankind. I'm
In
sure
case
more
somebody needs a
people
wine bar
Some people are gonna
on top of a giant toe.
As you all regroup back in town, you notice there are a bunch of new arrivals, but they don't look like the same sort of pilgrims or those seeking the Colossus. Well, you notice two things. Let me finish the first one. No, let me switch gears and do the second one.
All right.
Okay.
All those
Tricked
people
them.
who were here before, all those people who were just here for the Colossus, are ecstatic. Some have just fallen prostrate. Some are just trying to just rush to you and try to learn the secret, try to ask you your experiences. And that's what makes the second group, these newcomers, stand out even more. They've hardly noticed. They're shaken, they're ragged, they arrived with no supplies, but not in the costume of someone would say a vow of poverty. It's just average clothes off their backs, but torn and dirty, as if they've taken a long journey without the time to prepare.
It's good to see you again, Party
Refugees.
Popper.
Are they refugees?
No, they're
Yeah,
worship-
it would be entirely sound to call them refugees from the look of them, and also the fact that
we
that's
should-
what they are.
They're all wearing refugee camp 2014.
terrible.
We should
Going to-
approach them.
Okay. As you approach, they're nervous. They're really just looking for a place to stay, a roof over their head. Some are have their hands out, trying to get just a meal, and others still seem too proud to beg.
I have a quaint little place on top of the toe. You could probably live there.
I don't think an
Technically,
entire
you
town
don't.
can stay up there.
It's got refreshing.
Pretty big though.
The number of it's a few dozen arrivals. This second group.
Yeah, I don't think you.
It's Moteja's population has increased by about 50% today. It wasn't exactly a large village by any means.
Well, we could offer them refuge in our manor.
Could I,
Or Bella's manor. I don't use
Where
my.
y'all from?
Well,
I want to ask them where they came from.
So did Mint.
Yeah. Speaking to different ones, Manuel and Scarlet get two different answers. They're from two different. Manuel speaks to people from a town that's about half a day's journey south, and Scarlet is speaking to a family, a farming family from a village that's toward the southeast, about a full day's journey.
Huh. So what happened in these two places simultaneously that caused them to leave so quickly?
Manuel gets a story of a great beast, a leviathan that rose from the mountains and destroyed everything in its wake.
Ooh. That sounds right up my alley.
Covered in spikes,
Spikes.
just feet. Its claws
Covered in
12
spikes
feet long.
and feet. How
Its
dramatic.
feet the size of buildings. The whole thing is huge.
Spikes are the most passionate of all the natural self-defense mechanisms.
It's true. It's true. See, Manuel's talking to the one from town. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the men talks about how when he was in Axis for the coronation games, he was impressed by the size of the Great Imperial Stadium. It's the largest building he'd ever seen, and this would fill it to bursting by his guess.
Huh. Do I
What-
know what this might sound like, or is this
Oh,
crazy talk?
Monster Manuel, with his incredible knowledge of the great beasts and monsters of the world. Oh, you're talking about a Tarrasque.
Oh, of course, a Tarrasque.
Oh.
I don't remember those
I-
being covered in feet.
You mean an elephant?
Definitely not an elephant.
They're very much like
See,
an
when you
elephant.
said covered in
hell's a
spikes and
Tarrasque?
feet, I just pictured like a sea urchin with a foot on top, on the bottom.
Tarrasques.
Like that. Like if that was smaller, that would be kind of like a bandersnatch.
Very close, but not quite.
So like a
What
fig?
about the?
I've
what
seen a
about the farm-
bandersnatch, but I've never seen a Tarrasque.
Tarrasques.
What about the farm people, Scarlet? What question are you asking?
What drove them from their lands?
They tell a very similar story. Their entire home was squashed, and they've been walking all day just looking for. Now, Imperial presence is pretty thin on the ground in this region. You're past the border, technically, basically. So there's really nowhere for them to go. They've been looking for something, and the Colossus is a pretty good landmark. There must be someone there, and they're right, just not the most helpful someone's here in Moteja. They don't have much to go around. So now people arriving, seeing this is just a temporary mobile town of pilgrims and ascetics. Now they're even more worried because they walked all day to get here, and now what?
I know a nearby town that might be able to send relief supplies. Well, Slots doesn't, but you guys should. It's pretty rainy.
I don't want to go back.
They don't.
You don't have to. Just send them a
They
letter.
don't like
That's
visitors.
Just that's why they're not getting visitors. They're getting business by sending supplies out.
Fine.
I can't believe
That is
Slots
true.
has to be the one to explain this.
It's
like Slots is like, hypothetically speaking, if there was a rainy village that was full of antisocial people nearby that you guys would just happen to know of.
I think
Like
it's,
people that were dead, maybe.
I think it's
Maybe.
it's more prudent that we go and kill this Tarrasque.
These people need a place
How
to
tough
go.
is it to ask? I'm not.
We
I'm not
will
super
almost
familiar with
certainly
it. But
die.
it, like,
Well,
because a
Sounds good to
Bandersnatch
me.
is pretty tough, and this is
Sound
very
apparently a bigger
confident.
Bandersnatch.
Is this Mint asking in world terms, or is this
In
you
world.
asking me in game terms?
I am
Okay.
asking in world.
Okay.
yes.
There is nothing more fearsome than a Tarrasque.
Okay.
you've
It's,
survived.
it's the strongest.
Manuel, probably being the person you asked as an expert, estimates them to be about 600 tons
Roughly.
of death.
Some of them even have anti-magic carapaces.
What?
You heard
You know,
me.
they got carapaces.
What?
They have carapaces upon carapaces. They've also.
Oh, they got layers of carapaces.
They're also known to regenerate
regenerate what?
everything. Anything you chop
Mostly
off.
carapaces.
Generally have regenerative properties.
Mhm.
They regenerally have regenerative properties.
God.
Mm.
Technically speaking, most living things regenerate at some rate.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
Scarlet.
here's what
Hearing
I'm-
you discuss their ruin dispassionately with a laugh makes some children cry at the despair of the situation.
We're not actually.
Maybe a little.
I'm gonna.
Alright, Manuel, here's
I
what
have
I'm
a
thinking.
great idea. I'm gonna do a puppet show for the children and anybody else who likes puppets, like maybe Rip.
So does like a puppet Tarrasque kill like all the
No.
other puppets?
No! Why?
Bella will play the soundtrack.
No. Go away.
Good night.
Comparing the stories, you get an idea of the
Natural
route.
20 puppet check.
Hell yes. There is a little joy in the children's lives again. Rip is clapping. He doesn't realize that it's a puppet show. He thinks these
Oh
things
my
have
god,
been alive.
tiny people!
Can I use Mage Hand to use like a whole bunch of puppets at once?
Yes, it's the greatest puppet show of all time. Congratulations.
Beautiful.
If only we had a
Reviewers
restaurant.
actually consider it a very poor puppet show. They said they couldn't follow the incredible like large
They
cast.
said it was just
It was too. too
like 15
complex.
puppets gathered up in a hand being mashed against the floor.
You do
They called it the-
goddamn
they
Les
called it the game
Miserables
of-
in puppets, all right? That
They
everyone
called it
is
the
singing
Game
at the
of
same
Thrones
time.
of puppet shows.
If only we had a restaurant to go with this.
So,
Okay.
asking out of character.
In any case,
Anyway.
Are we going to try and
Call
stop
it-
this Tarrasque rampage, or are we dealing with these refugees?
Alright, in character, I will tell you, I don't want to go fight that.
You would
It
not.
sounds way too tough.
You would not win. You could only hope to simply steer it away from human settlements for a little while.
I think we would need more people and a good plan and probably like a pizza box trap.
Well, if the pizza box trap went to some nega dimension of infinite pain, then maybe that would do something.
What if we... I mean, a trap is not a bad idea. Perhaps we could lure them into an inhospitable area.
One more bit of information,
Why are we
as I
all
was
so
saying.
afraid of this creature?
It's pretty much the
It's a
worst
Tarrasque.
thing in the world.
To be fair, Margaret could probably take it out.
We killed a dragon like a few days ago.
Tarrasques
will
are more
shoot one
powerful
arrow.
than dragons.
As I was saying, one piece of learning the stories of everyone you speak to, you sort of roughly map out a route, and you see that the Tarrasque seems to be heading, and even like say hopping on board Wimbledon and getting a sky-high view. The Tarrasque seems to be heading due south, and before long will be menacing the city of Foothold, which you passed through on the way here.
We have to stop
Goodness.
the Tarrasque.
We have to, yeah.
We have to warn the people of Foothold?
We have to stop
How far
the
away
Tarrasque.
is Foothold?
What do Tarrasques like to eat?
Everything.
The city of
dang.
Foothold.
Then it should be
Uh,
really easy. Then it should be pretty easy to lure it away. I don't know.
Foothold is about
Uh,
100 miles south. The Tarrasque has a head start.
Oh, I know. Let's just
Okay.
build an entire fake town. I saw this play once. It was called
Let's
Blazing
pilot
Saddles.
the statue over,
and-
over to the Tarrasque and step on it.
In 5 minutes.
Okay, we have a lot of plans here, and
We'll
none of them are
slam
good.
dunk Regulus onto the Tarrasque.
We have a lot of plans here, and none of them are good. So let's just go
Okay,
and think on the
how-
way.
Maybe. Wait,
It's
hold on.
Foothold.
Hold on.
I
Hold
have a
on.
plan.
Hold on. Hold on.
Yes?
You mentioned Regulus.
I did mention...
Dufour is on
no,
Regulus.
someone else.
Dufour knows. Well, there's a lot of information on Regulus. So if there's information about how the Tarrasque has been defeated previously, maybe we could look that up and get good ideas.
Wimbledon can fly Mint up there to do research.
I can
I want-
send him.
I
a
want
message
ideas.
telepathically.
That sounds awesome. I like this plan.
Sounds
part?
All right.
Sorry
Say
about
the
your
children
city,
cheering
Dufour.
for
I
the
ruined
puppet
it.
show.
All right. Let me get
Anyway,
out.
my message spell allows me to communicate with somebody who is within. It says within the next city, which would probably be Regulus at this point.
Yeah. I mean, you're pretty much right beneath it.
Hmm.
Maybe not directly 90 degrees up, but not far off.
Makes a nice triangle.
For sure, for sure.
Oh yeah, we got triangles.
Okay, I'm gonna take a seat in a comfortable position. I'm gonna to like put my hands up to my head. I'm gonna try and like get in touch with Dufour.
Okay. Yeah, you totally patched in with Dufour, and he says, "Hello, Scarlet. It is nice to hear from you again."
Yes, excellent. I trust that everything in Regulus is okay now.
Landing anywhere is not ideal, but if we were forced to land, which we were, I could not have picked a better location.
Well, I'm glad that at least Regulus is safe.
The perch here upon the Colossus is so unreachable. Sorry, we're
Buffering.
having poor
Buffering.
reception with your brain. I have no brain.
Look, I have a request of you.
Anything, kind Scarlet. Do you need food or drink?
Well, actually, we have several refugees down below who are in need.
Do you believe
of
they would
food.
enjoy our food and our beverage?
Just send it all down in one nice big clump.
Margaret would do anything to have some of that ale again. What was it called?
Beverage.
Beverage.
Beverage. That's right.
It's all the beverage.
Oh. Oh.
Multi-class
In
marketing
any case,
director.
that is being arranged, and eventually there will be a drop from the sky of a giant.
Maybe put a parachute on that.
Oh, he's having the problem. He's still
Prepare
not
for
reconnected.
beverage fall.
Back. All right, you're back.
Hey, we got it.
Hooray.
So let me catch you up to that question you had, which seems
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, Dufour, as soon as you're done talking to his brain, will arrange with his fellow troubleshooters how much food and beverage they can spare, and a way to
I assume
just
all of it, since they don't
drop it over the edge
Why do they even have it?
to be orderly. So they'll be glad to get rid of the beverage, I suppose.
And will he also be able to search for records of a Tarrasque?
There we go. Now we get to the operative question.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, of course. I will seek out library records in library.
Excellent. Please inform me when you have the information.
Okay. He tells you that he'll place any relevant records in a readable form in the supply drop. Does anybody else have anything they want to do here in town?
This was a pretty one-horse town, if I remember, so I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, we have to wait. We have to wait a bit for the supply drop, but
Like build.
I'm
a
gonna go hang out with
playground.
that one horse I've heard so much about.
I'm gonna build a playground for all the refugee kids.
Okay.
we could.
As the teeter-totter is just being properly weighted, there's a loud thud.
On
On
the
the
other end, and a
teeter-totter.
kid is launched into the sky.
It's a Regulus.
No.
Here comes the new human of Regulus.
But Wimbledon saves him.
Of course, of course.
And now that's just the hot new idea for the ride.
Just it's a large canvas bundle securely tied, and within there are just lumps of that entirely adequate nutrient mush and barrels of flavorless, entirely average ale beverage.
Perfect.
I'm glad I already cheered the people up a little bit so that this didn't completely destroy
Enjoy
them.
your gruel.
Oh my god, gruel and flavorless fermented drink. Which is what
You
I
could
love.
probably add salt to it,
To the
The
beverage?
drink?
or the food.
Well, I mean, a salted rim
both
is
flavorless.
traditional.
You know what? You might as fucking well add all you want to this stuff. It's not going to change anything.
In any
it
case,
absorbs flavor.
Put a little sauce
stuff
on it.
is-
Hold
the
on.
Throw
stuff
all the
is-
I got
fish
the
asses on it
sauce.
you want.
Stuff
in
is
any case,
more
Scarlet does
mysterious than
find what she was looking for. She finds records, some of the more ancient records of Regulus, which refer to the Tarrasque. An account of a previous archmage boasting at his ability to create such beasts and to tame it.
Huh.
Well, I would assume if he could create it, he could also tame it. I would hope so.
However, the present evidence and everything you've ever heard of Tarrasques shows that taming them isn't really a thing.
Is not.
Uh,
Was there records of this archmage immediately dying after he made these claims?
He was not long-lived after that, though whether it was related is not as yet known.
He's
What
believed
was
to be
his cause of death?
assassinated by a stampeding.
Elephant.
Body was found gored to pieces.
Presumably,
People don't know
by,
what happened.
presumably
The only
by
name
some sort
attached-
of orc.
People
The only
suspect a
name-
rival wizard.
The only name attached to the file is Dobson.
Nope. Nobody's gonna get that.
Archmage
That's-
Dobson.
Well, that's not
Anyway.
helpful.
We're on
Read
the
something
same
else.
Yeah, that was.
Not helpful. There are also he
Like
backed up
biological
this.
records, or
He backed up that claim with noting that if one were to get to the inside and live to tell the tale, there would be a sigil inside that could be used to manipulate its desires. You reading between the lines, you see that it just runs on instinct, so it can't really be steered. Just manipulating. I feel sleepier than hungry right now. Is really the best you can.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this guy telling me through this ancient writing that
He
the
was,
only way to stop
he
the
was
Tarrasque is to
inside a Tarrasque.
climb inside it and then not stop it, just make it sort of feel kind of crummy?
Yeah, that
Like-
seems reasonable.
confuse its primitive logic.
Later critics have said that this may have been an attempt to get his enemies to kill themselves.
By leaping
by
to the
accident.
house of
By-
Tarrasque.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Or
Nah, that seems fine. That
Are
seems
there
like
any
it would work.
biological
Sure, it's entirely
accounts of its
trustworthy.
things? Maps of its skeleton?
yeah, you
Organ
see
systems?
It's literally made out
Well,
of hate.
that would require really good ones would require a cadaver, and as far as is known, no one has ever killed or found a dead Tarrasque. But
Oh.
you get pretty good external drawings, mostly done by landscape artists, considering the size of it.
Yeah.
With suspected weak points, but they're all drawn in with question marks.
I don't know. Here?
Bunch of
Why not?
random arrows pointing at different spots.
This place
There's
is
there's
kinda
one
squishy.
there's one part that's marked slightly less spikes.
Less spikes underneath? Maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Put sword here.
Your sword would break.
Oh. I.
Half.
This is
Information isn't very.
this is generally how it goes when dealing with Tarrasques. This information you're getting.
Okay.
You
So
know what? I bet a Tarrasque would hate.
What?
Having someone
What?
climb into it
Okay.
and touch its
No.
sigil.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Fiddle with it.
Yeah, I
What's
hate
the
when people
worst
climb into me and
place-
touch my sigil
What's
too.
the worst place that? Well, I guess Slots wasn't here for this,
Hmm.
so sorry for a
Uh-huh.
second, Slots. What was the worst place we've been?
That mud town that had that party.
Yeah. Well, I should
Any
say
room
what's
that
the
Slampy was in?
Alright.
what's the most dangerous place we've all been?
Any
The
room that
hole?
Slampy's in?
In the hole. We're
Mm,
in
the
a
hole?
hellhole, right?
The hellhole.
The hell.
You saying we should
So if we
trick it into a hellhole?
If we can drop the Tarrasque into a hellhole,
Want to kick it in the
That's
asshole?
exactly how you deal with a Tarrasque. You put it somewhere where you don't care who it maims.
Why don't
Also
we just
that-
flatten it with the giant foot? Can't we still control that thing in some way, some means? Or
I mean, it's kind of
manipulate
doing
to
a
grab it?
job right now.
We
Well,
kind of
it
need it to
could- it
hold
could
up
surely-
Regulus.
It could surely move its foot for a moment, just lift it up and then put it back down.
How big do you think it is? It's
The
not gonna reach
Tarrasque
around
is
the
currently
world.
getting farther away.
We need to go to this Tarrasque
Oh.
and fiddle with its sigil until it wants to run into the hellhole.
we need
That's
to dig a
disgusting,
hole
Manuel.
and
I'm not
have
gonna
it
have
fall.
anything to do with fiddling with a Tarrasque sigil or anyone's sigil.
Yeah.
You may
Don't
also
touch my
find
sigil.
you may also find means of I don't know, just distracting it from without, or making Foothold look less tasty, or
These are all good ideas. We should read them
there-
on
there
the
are-
way.
there are definitely avenues open to you.
Let's go.
Also, we would need to find a hellhole too.
Also, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Feel free to burn icon rolls on this because that's fun and cool.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Like that 5 that got all that helpful Archmage-based information. Good job, Scarlet.
Ride,
um,
Shadowfax, ride.
Yeah.
Manuel is on the one horse in this town.
Yeah,
Wait,
I'd
did
like
you
to
steal their horse?
Well, they only had
sort
one.
of cash in my
How much good could it possibly
my
have been
icon
doing?
roll. Maybe I should do it semi-privately though.
You should pay for that
Okay.
horse.
I don't. Yeah.
All right. Here's how it goes. If you just go south in the wagon straight to Foothold, right?
Mm-hmm.
You figure just by Manuel's estimates of the land speed of a Tarrasque,
Ah.
and you knowing
Land
pretty
speed of
square how long it takes to get there because you just went from there to here,
About
here to there, it's
150
the exact same thing. You'll get there at about I wrote this down. An hour or two before it. Now, every use of your turbo boost engine will give you another 4 or 5 hours head start.
Yeah, let's use them.
Okay. So if you use both of the ones you've still got in the tank, that means you're getting there a full, 12 hours ahead.
That's
Like a whole
definitely
half
enough
day.
time to evacuate the town, if nothing else.
Well, we're definitely going to do something else.
What do you mean?
Okay,
What?
I mean, we
We
evacuate them and
already-
also do something else.
let's get on the road.
Yeah.
Give their horse back.
They weren't even used.
We
We're
have a
wasting
wagon.
time.
What if we ride at a very safe distance from it and just repeatedly pummel it with our cannons?
Then
Just annoy
it would probably reflect
It will
the
eat you.
cannonballs back at us, and then eat us.
It would just.
That's why I said
swallow
a
the
safe
cannon.
distance. How?
There is no.
Like,
Do you
What
know
are
what
the
a
eight
safe
lives?
distance is from a Tarrasque?
We're
It's
there.
the other side of the empire.
We're at
The
the
other
safe distance right now. If we move 1 foot closer, we're at an unsafe distance.
Come on,
Take
it's not like a
one step
Tarrasque can
forward.
fly.
Manuel, it's like the Bugs Bunny cartoon. Manuel takes one step into the road, and then it comes out of nowhere at 1,000 miles an hour.
Let's go to the hell.
Devours him.
Yeah, we're definitely doing the hellhole plan, but we gotta figure out how to make that work. Let's go to Tarrasque.
Wait, you mean Foothold?
Do it, Turbo.
There's gonna be
Hey,
one.
here's a
It's gonna be
question.
one and the same in like 12 hours.
Hold on. The
Turbo boost that shit.
last hellhole that we were in, we drove into a lake or ocean or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
The
did, you
sea
flooded a
or
hellhole.
whatever. Yeah. So like, what's up with that hellhole? If we currently have the key that controls that hellhole, like how does that hellhole continue? Did it close up afterward or?
It healed like a sore in your lip.
Ew.
It's
Ugh.
so it took a long time and it caused a lot of pain to the locals. But
Do they have
it
another
is-
core?
It's not like anybody lives under the ocean anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not gonna
You
secret.
go out there and find some pissed off Sahagin.
Can we just create a new hellhole using
Let's
our
go
core?
actually.
I wonder.
I could call in a favor.
Maybe we shouldn't create a hellhole.
What if I go
Why
talk
don't
to
we just
Captain
try
Bob,
and-
You never
see what he knows?
seen Pacific Rim. We have to create a hellhole. That's how this works.
Why don't we just try and defeat it conventionally? It can't be that impossible.
Hell no.
We are
defeated
looking
all
at
sorts
we are
of
looking at all the
monsters
research on
conventionally.
Tarrasques in the last 13 ages, and nobody has ever killed one.
At least
Nobody
two
killed
at
that
least
three
two
hundred
of those
thousand
ages
people.
ended by Tarrasque attack.
People in the last town, it's been
The
like
same
since
Tarrasque.
the beginning of time
times.
fighting
We just
that
make
dragon,
a
and we
hole
killed
that's
him in,
even
like,
deeper.
2 minutes.
than
Look,
a hole.
Ironicus is
Tarrasque.
typing what's happening because we delayed this long. So we should go.
We're on our way. We're in the wagon. We're
We're
using
in
the
the wagon
boost.
to
I'm
search.
rolling
Totally
to
in the
boost.
wagon.
What do I
Okay.
what do I roll to boost?
A
You don't.
D1.
You just
I'm
yeah. There you go.
Here we go.
You've
Roll
successfully
D1.
boosted.
I did it.
All right.
Roll 2D1 since we're using 2.
Okay.
Oh hell yeah, we got it
Oh
too.
no, don't.
There we
don't turn
go.
off
We did it.
boosters.
We have successfully boosted.
Nice work.
I rolled max. M,
All right.
so-
The scenery that you enjoyed on the trip north just
burned down by
blurs
our
by
boosters.
you as you just punch it chewy all the way to Foothold. And
Yes, I'm so glad you
We've
said
gone
that.
to
I'm so
plan.
glad. I thought I was the only guy who ever said that.
I say it.
Nate and I say punch it chewy all the damn time.
I need to hang out.
Okay,
with
okay,
you more
listen.
then.
Everybody says
Yeah, you do.
it's fine.
Who's Chewy?
don't
You
you
scrub
watch
lord.
Chelsea Handler? Come on.
Bella turns to Manuel, who is apparently piloting the ship right now, and says, "Punch it, Chewy."
And then he punches it.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Punches the console, and that activates our boosters. By which I mean
Okay.
our wagons on
you-
control.
You pass the Colossus itself. It's going up over
Tarrasque?
a mountain ridge. Yeah, that's the one. The Tarrasque itself. It's climbing over a mountain ridge and turning it into a mountain pass as you take the low road, and swerve around a rock slide that it causes. But you
Amazing
do get
amount
to
of-
Foothold, and you estimate that, yeah, you've got about 10, 11 hours ahead. So it's midday now. It'll be coming in the wee hours
Alright, so my
of
question
morning.
still
10 or 11
stands.
tomorrow.
Or no, of like 2 or 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I do wonder, like, what. Sorry, does anyone know, like, what happens with hellholes that no longer have their core? Like, what? Is there any?
This may be unprecedented. I mean,
Yeah, it seems like it. Like, I
or
don't.
rather, no, it's not unprecedented. How else would the Crusader have triumphed over his the hellholes he's defeated? They do, they generally do close up, yes. And the Crusader's trophy room is lined with hellhole cores. not nearly as many as he'd like.
Right. So then,
kind
has
of a
anyone
weird
ever
guy.
attempted to recreate a hellhole using a core? I would be interested in testing this.
I still
That
think
we
this
just
is a
getting
very
rid of
dangerous
problem
idea.
To create a much worse problem.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Especially
as
with
long
how
as
weird
we,
devils have been. Did I say something? I meant demons. How weird demons have been lately.
There's
as
only
long as
one
we stay in
Tarrasque.
control of the hellhole core, though,
As
would it
long
really
as-
be a long-term problem?
As long as we can control the
Possibly.
Tarrasque, it will be fine.
Well, I mean,
We're
we
never
have
going to
the core.
control.
Like, it's ours. It's not like someone's just gonna like come and pry it out of our hands the moment we make a hellhole and run off with it.
Not
like...
the second time, anyway.
Not a third time.
Like this
No,
plan,
Bella's
it
holding on
seems-
to it now.
And it seems everything will go too perfectly, and then we won't have like a giant hellhole full of demons just
If this
everywhere.
plan
We've
fails,
already had
we
a
have
hellhole full
Tarrasque
of demons,
and a
and we
hellhole.
dealt with it then.
Well, I don't
Barely.
want to deal with it again if we can avoid it, especially not just to kill one monster, however fearsome.
Okay, what is your plan then, Margaret? Shoot it with
This
arrows.
was
I still think we should just lay a trap for it and then just.
We definitely
try to
just watched it
catch-
march through a mountain.
Margaret,
I'll put a
Can I-
bear
can I-
trap out.
may I ask you something, Margaret?
Go ahead.
What would you call summoning a hellhole to make the Tarrasque fall into the hellhole and then close it up?
Yeah, that's our
If
trap.
not a
That's the
trap.
only one that's big
If,
enough
if
to
not a
stop.
trap, what is that to you?
Most traps don't involve summoning demons, though.
Traps
Scarlet,
don't involve
traps
magic.
involve literally anything and everything. Traps could be literally whatever you decided to put into the trap that you created.
It's like saying I'm gonna get the mouse out of my house by shoving beehives into all the mouse.
I'm gonna
holes.
lay a trap. Well, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna offer you some food so that
Okay.
you'll focus on eating instead of talking.
Okay.
How's that
Rip
for a
walks
trap?
up. Rip walks up.
Uh-huh.
Who has the orb?